Well, it's going to work. It seems like the more this technology is with these stupid phones, my last would quit on me. I can use it as a camera, and that's about it. Can't type anything. Somehow doesn't want to do that. And then all this other stupid crap that you get on them. I guess I've never had a high tolerance for people or stuff that doesn't work. It's just the way it is. Anyway, let's go through some stuff with. I was watching a podcast and some other things with this Rick Allen stuff, and I just left the shop earlier today and see what they had, and they have a third generation 6 hour there, so I went ahead and picked it up. You have a CSI tech that doesn't make any mistakes. At least that's what she's saying. She's really good. You give her the evidence and the magic happens. She made a statement, at least. Whether she did or she didn't, I saw that printed on another podcast that they were showing some stuff that I guess where she had testified or audio track or something, but they had that statement from her. You give her the evidence and the magic happens. I don't know that we need you to make magic. What you need to do is look at the evidence and see forensically if there's a connection with either the person or the crime or both. It is really kind of your job. If you want to get out and work the street, then you need to do that. Um, I'm assuming you're always working the state police at the lab, so probably be a hop, skip, and a jump to put you in a car, put a light bar on top of your head, and then you can go to the academy and have fun. I know when I was out having fun, I had $1,000 price on my head. There was a gang initiation thing going on, and you kill a cop, $1,000. That's nice, and you're instantly in the gang, and you have the notoriety of being a cop killer. That's really friendly thought. And this during the Clinton administration when he wanted all of us to be unarmed. So when we weren't at work, when we weren't on duty, we're not supposed to be armed. I don't know what genius thought that up, but the sheriff said absolutely not from now on because he talked about it. He says, I don't know if that's going to be the law, but from now on, every one of you, you're going to have a handheld radio with you, a pair of handcuffs, and your firearm with you at all times, which that's what we did. So if you want to get out of the lab, and I hear you're retired now, if you want to get out of the lab, then go to the academy, get a badge, learn how to shoot. But if you're going to work in a lab, be a lab tech. Work on forensic things. Establish or rule out connections with either the person or the crime. Do that. Answer me a question. Supposedly he had a firearm that he bought in 2001. At least that's what was said at the one interview. But we know you bought your firearm in 2001. So why are you showing the jury a firearm that wasn't built in 2001? That's a good question to ask. What did you actually test? Because the firearm that was shown in the jury was only made for 1 year, and it wasn't in 2001. So what did you actually test? How are you going to match up an extractor to something that's supposedly a 6 hour 226 that supposedly he had, but it wasn't from 2001? So, I mean, if your records actually suck, then you have to go with what's in your hand. And if that's what's in your hand, fine, but then change your record, fix your record. But at the same time, they didn't match. You cycled it 4 times. You have a death investigation of 2 children murdered. They don't even get out of high school and are dead. And you have the wherewithal to cycle 4 rounds. That's all you could do. That's pretty sad. You test 4 rounds, they don't match. That's cool. I'd test another 4 and another 4 and another 4 and another 4 and another 4. And when I find out that, yeah, they don't match, okay, well, then I'm going to let somebody know they don't match. They don't match because it's a different firearm. But that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough because you have to convict this guy. Why, I don't know. Maybe there's something else going on you're not letting people know. But you have to get a conviction.